Yo guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another Bike of the Week. It is the ATV Revolution, and we're doing something a little bit different this week. This is going to be the first ever Bike of the Week that is actually a bike. It's a 1993 Honda CR250. Now, before I get started with this video, I just want to remind you guys that I love dirt bikes, quads, three-wheelers, and side-by-sides. I am not biased towards any of them, but I do have to say we got to give some more love to sport quads because the sport quad industry is just tanked, man. So we're trying to bring them back. So do me a favor, give me a thumbs up if you've been enjoying the content I've been making, and make sure to leave a comment below. Now, back to the CR250. This bike was built by Maddox. So with the help of his father, they managed to kind of create an interesting story here. They actually bought this bike and then sold it and then bought it back. So it was bought by Nick's pop, and it was literally a total basket case. So you can see in these pictures here, the motor's not in the frame. It's basically in boxes, and it was a total mess. So they picked this thing up about 5 years ago, and you can actually see a picture of Nick with the bike as a kid here. And he's still a kid. I mean, he's 15 years old now. And I think it's tremendous what he's done here. Nick's dad decided that this was a little bit too much of a project than what he was, trying to get into. So they sold it to a friend. The friend threw it together and rode it for a little bit. And his friend blew up the bike, and it was sitting for 4 years. So Nick was looking for a project, and that bike was like the perfect project for him. So he paid $650 for it, and he bought it back in October of 2019. So now this is what the bike looks like. At least everything's together, but it was blown up and it was shot. So with the help of Nick's pop, they managed to get this thing completely restored, and it looks amazing. So the way that we've been doing things here, I'm just gonna kind of walk you through these photos and show you the process that they went through, and try to explain the story for you. So first and foremost, they tore this bike down, and a lot of stuff was vapor blasted. So Nick's got a mini vapor blaster, and if you guys don't know what vapor blasters are, it's a very, very safe way to basically refinish parts. Not refinish them, but I mean, it takes them down to their bare finish. It's like sandblasting, but it's a bit less abrasive. It's safe for aluminum cases, carburetors, all kinds of stuff like that. So I will show you here some of these parts that Nick vapor blasted. Here's actually a picture of the sandblaster, and you can see Nick using it right there. And there's a couple small videos. You can see he's probably working late at night, man. He put hundreds of hours into this thing, he estimates. The swing arm alone was over 10 hours. He just put a lot of work into refinishing these parts and making them look amazing. Here's a picture of the rear shock. You can see they broke it down, cleaned it up. Looks like brand new. A couple kickstarters. I guess they had two of them. It looks like the one is a little bit worn down. I imagine these were refinished as well. They look great. Here is the triple tree, looking like brand new. This is after vapor blasting, of course. Here's a shot of the carburetor in the vapor blaster, and wait till you see what this thing looks like. Literally looks like brand new. And there are more pictures of this Keen carburetor on the bike, and you're gonna see when they put new hoses and stuff on there. You could probably throw this in a box and sell it like it's brand new. There's the foot brake. The swing arm, like I said, he spent about 10 hours on the swing arm alone. They either made or bought a new one of the seat mounts. This is the underside of the seat. So you can see this one was ripped off. And this here is the brake stay, I believe. You can see how cruddy this thing is. Boom, look at that stuff. So this is after the vapor blasting. You guys can see it's an excellent way of cleaning parts, and Nick did an excellent job. You see this rear caliper. It all came out looking like brand new. Some more pieces, the shifter and everything. So this is just to give you guys an idea of the amount of effort that Nick put into cleaning all of the parts on this bike to make it look, literally to restore it to like brand new, if not better. All right, so now getting into the actual build. So you can see here, this is when Nick acquired the bike. He's already broken it down. And of course, they got their service manual for the 92 to 96 CR250R. Some of you guys were giving me, not crap, but some people were saying that the climber manual that I have for my TRX 250R is not the way to go. A lot of people really like the Honda service manuals a lot more. And here is the frame, subframe, and that rear shock is all finished up. So the frame is white, and I just have a thing for, I think white frames look so clean. No matter what color plastics you put on them, I just think it's such a clean color. The only thing is they usually get dirty really easily, but I think he picked an excellent color, especially for the CR with red plastics. And this is probably a remanufactured sticker. You can actually buy these. You can see it says like the original 1993. It looks just like the OEM Honda sticker. But that's really cool that they put that on there to make it look as OEM as possible. Now here's the motor. I believe this is the way they received it. So after his buddy had blown it up, you can see it's in pretty bad shape, some broken pieces. And here is the inside of the case. Now, unfortunately, when Nick went to tear this motor apart, he noticed on the surface of the cases, it looks like somebody used a screwdriver to pry it apart the first time, which is a huge no-no. And they really jacked the cases up, and they were having problems making it seal. So he did clean the case up. He's got a piece of stone that's cut perfectly flat that he used to surface the cases. Now, in the back here, if you guys saw in that one picture, a piece of the swing arm bolt mount was actually broken off, and you can see where the discoloration is. This is actually JB welded, and they did a really nice job. And since this, they've gotten it professionally repaired, but they did a really good job with the JB weld, I think. There's a couple more pictures where you'll see that. Here is the cylinder head. You can see how clean it is in the power valve. If you guys ever worked with one of these CR250s, it can get pretty caked up in there. Another shot here. You can see this is, the cases are together and everything, but the crank's not in there. I'm sure a ton of time went into cleaning this motor to make it look this way. And now he's actually got it together. You can see the gaskets, fresh bolts on there, and nuts. It's got the clutch in there. Shot from the other side. Motor looks like brand new. Now we got it in the frame, and it's looking really clean with those vapor blasted cases on the white frame. I think that looks excellent. Here's that key and carburetor, and you're going to see as it starts getting together, he's got some V-Force 3 reeds on there. And you can see in these pictures the detail. Everything is really clean. Looks like he's got some GPI radiators, GPI radiator hoses. They actually had an issue the first time that Nick threw this thing together and got it running. The radiators that came with it were leaking really bad, so they did replace them. And I imagine they're GPIs just because I can see GPI on the hose. Here's where that carb really looks brand new. I think these hoses look awesome. I'm a big fan of putting colored hoses on. You guys that follow me know that. However, it is a really clean look with the OEM style, like the key in regular. I guess they'd be like pinkish purple. They do look really nice. And there's that swing arm looking like brand new. Look at that thing. Another shot of the carburetor. Here is the rear brake line all cleaned up. All these parts were vapor blasted. All this stuff that looks brand new is all brought back to life with the vapor blaster. You can see things are really coming together with that exhaust on there and all. Excellent choice of colors. I just think everything flows really nice with this bike. With the little chrome accents, the shiny pipe, and the offset of the white frame with the black clutch cover. It really just looks nice. You can see they painted the bottom of the forks where the axle mounts up. There's the rear brake. And this is the front master cylinder. You can see they refinished that and coated it black. And now things are really starting to come together. Now moving on to the wheels. This is the wheel in the original condition. You can see obviously it's got some damage. And you'll see they completely redo the wheel. There's the hub looking like trash. And these spokes, I don't know if you can see this spoke, but this spoke is shot. It's time for new spokes. So they chopped them spokes off. Did the same thing, front and back wheel. And they refinished these hubs. I'm sure he put new bearings in there. It looks like new bearings. And painted them black. They look really nice. Got himself a new spoke kit. Some brand new Tusk rims. Now here are the foot pegs in the original condition, and you can see they refinished them, made them look like brand new. I'll show you a quick clip right here, the little walk around of what it looks like so far. I don't know if that's tire shine on there. That can be super dangerous. I've already made the mistake of putting tire shine on my knobbies and then driving in the road. Oh my God. With a sport bike, forget it. And now going to the final touches. Here is the gas tank. You can see it's obviously worn. So these are the original condition right here, and the airbox too. And you can see he cleaned them up really nice. This is the tank after. You'll be able to see in the final pictures really how nice that looks. Here's a shot of the fuel petcock. This is just more stuff to kind of show you like the attention to detail, and nothing was really looked past. And here's a clip of Nick. It's probably one of the first times they're starting it up, and you can see he's getting pretty excited. So there it is, guys. You can see he got that thing all together and he's ripping it, doing wheelies and stuff, man. It sounds like it's running really well. Looks like he did an excellent job. You guys let me know what you think in the comment section below. I think this is a beautiful build. I do have a soft spot for the CR250. In fact, I've actually restored a CR250 myself. Now, I didn't do nearly as extensive work as Nick and his pop did. I think they did a much better job than I did. But this is definitely one of my more favorite classic two-stroke bikes. And just watching this stuff, looking through these pictures and everything, I don't know about you guys, but it makes me want to build a bike really bad. And for you, I don't know, some of you guys probably know, I've mentioned it in my comments and stuff, I actually have an 01 YZ125 that's in the basement with me right now. It's in boxes and it's a basket case just like this. I actually received it from a good friend and subscriber. He gave it to me for free, so I'm really looking forward to building that bike, and I will be doing that. I'm not exactly sure when. But just looking at all of these pictures of this CR250 makes me want to hop on the YZ125 really bad, because I do really enjoy riding dirt bikes. I'm not very good at it, but I love riding dirt bikes. So Nick, I want to say thank you. Really appreciate you taking the time to get these pictures together, and I want to thank your pop as well. You guys both came together and sent in some awesome pictures. It looks like an excellent build. Definitely think I need to invest in a vapor blaster, because it looks like that really helped you out a lot, and it came out looking absolutely OEM. It looks spectacular, man. Excellent. Make sure to leave a comment in the comment section below. Let Nick know what you think of his build, especially at 15 years old. I think that's crazy. And I know you guys are probably curious about how much money went into this thing. Kevin and his pop estimate about $4,000. They didn't give me the specifics of what that's for. That may entail parts, tools. I don't know if that includes the vapor blaster. I'm sure a ton of money went into replacement parts, because all of the bearings and everything were replaced in this bike on the internals and the externals. So it was a very, very extensive build. Anything that needed to be replaced was replaced, and it looks like it was well worth it. There are some future plans for this bike. Nick intends to put some Jeff Stanton style graphics on it, and for those of you who aren't familiar with Jeff Stanton, he's considered one of the greatest professional motocross riders of all time. All right, guys, so in other news, Project 250R is coming along nicely. If you haven't already, definitely check out my engine breakdown video. I did get my ESR pipe for that baby, so it is in a bag. I'm going to show you a picture right now, but that's all you're getting. I'm not going to show it to you out of the bag just yet. You got to hang on tight. Probably Wednesday, I'll be releasing a video where you can actually see that pipe. And then, of course, I will see you guys Friday. And until then, guys, I love all of you. I really appreciate you watching. Please give me that thumbs up and share this video with your friends. It helps me out so much, guys. You have no idea. So I love all you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.